Bandeja Sands. Glenderry. Held to Ransom and Storm Peace. Morning. And that off. 14 runners, 7 furlongs to Fitzpatrick's Mercedes-Benz EBF Maiden. Clarabelle, one of the early leaders, with close-up Storm Peace, followed by Lady in Paris. Followed over to the elbow by Glenderry. On the inside is Malpec. In the centre is Aftermath, who's followed by Boiler Conmigo and then Saints and Scholars. On the outside, the Belmont Gangster. Then I'll Be Handy, and then comes Bandeja Sands and Folk Warrior next on the outside. Towards the back end of the field, Clementine's Dream and Held to Ransom. It's Clarabelle disputing the lead with Storm Peace with 4 to run. Moving close, her in third place is Aftermath, followed by Boiler Conmigo, nudged along Glenderry, shaken up in between horses, Saints and Scholars, then the Belmont Gangster and Lady in Paris has lost ground, followed then by I'll Be Handy. 2.5 furlongs to go, and as the principals coming to the front, Storm Peace, Aftermath, with Boiler Conmigo beginning a run on the outside, followed then by Glenderry. Racing inside the final quarter, running around is Boiler Conmigo with Storm Peace, now headed by Aftermath as these two open up a sizable advantage over Glenderry, Lady in Paris, and then the Belmont Gangster, but out in front now is Aftermath and Ryan Moore have quickly settled the 7 furlong Fitzpatrick's Mercedes-Benz EBF Maiden. Aftermath gets it right third time. Opening doubles, Ryan Moore, Aidan O'Brien. Won by 5-6 to Glenderry, Lady in Paris.
Well, he might have edged out a little bit near the off. Returns 6-5 on, but Aftermath has smashed his rivals here to gain a first career success in our second race of the afternoon. Storm Peace travelled well at the head of affairs, but there was very little under the bonnet when Colin Keane asked him for a bit more, and he's dropped back rather tamely through the field to finish out of the frame in the end, Lisa. The winner, conversely, has galloped on relentlessly here to the line, and looks as though, a bit like Shackleton in the first, he's another nice prospect for next year.
Yeah, it was all so simple for the winner, Gary. He travelled well, he was always comfortable, and when Ryan Moore asked him to pick up and asked him a couple of questions, he answered all of those. We picked him up leaving stall 11, the eventual winner, and obviously the horse that was up with the pace, Storm Peace, who did fade in the last 100 yards, a little bit disappointing. He's come from stall number 8 as well, and he's been a little bit keen in the early stages. I thought obviously the Belmont Gangster looked to be travelling really well at one stage, but it's actually Lady in Paris, I think, who stays on into third place.
That's right, yes, the Gerlines runner has just been knocked out of the frame in the final reckoning. Bit of promise from the Belmont Gangster, all right, on the outside. It was drawn in stall 14. And as Lisa was saying, Storm Peace just not quite as relaxed through the early part of the race as the favourite and eventual winner, Aftermath. And fair enough, that would have counted against him in the final reckoning, you would imagine, but he's been beaten a long way. He has been
beaten a long way. He's quite disappointing, because I did think that he was only going to build on what we've seen from him so far, and it's quite disappointing effort from him, and faded quite tamely in the end. But this is Ryan Moore, pulls his stick from his right hand into his left hand, keeps Aftermath up to his work. The Belmont Gangster just gets a little bump there from Balea Comigo in the final closing stages of the race, and in fairness to him, he's run with plenty of credit, the Belmont Gangster, and has stepped forward. Lady O in the red colours and the white sleeves stays on gamely to finish in third place, and the one that took second, Gary, is a bit of an eye-catcher, Glenderry. Obviously a newcomer, debutant for Jack Davidson, Ronan Whelan on board in stall 6, a little bit on his toes beforehand, but has come home to good effect, in fairness.
Very much so, yes. The bit of rawness that he showed, I think, in the preliminaries would mean that you could almost mark up his effort a little bit, even though he was no match like the rest of them for the winner. I'd imagine we won't be seeing Storm Peace again this season. He just backed out of it a little bit disappointingly today. I'd imagine to be given another go before the year is out. Maybe I'm wrong about that. And that horse that just swerved there when getting a smack showed a bit of promise, I thought, didn't it, Baila Conmigo?
Yeah, indeed, Gary. Obviously, another debutant. There were 7 debutants in this, and certainly one that showed plenty of promise for Adrian Murray, gelding by Innes of Court. He's just weakened a little bit in the final stages, but surely something he can build on from what he's shown of that today. But there is winning connections. Ryan Moore, another winner on the day for Aidan O'Brien, and it may not be their last.
Aftermath, first of all, Aidan obviously dropped down in class today. Did you see everything you wanted to see from him?
Yeah, we loved him, Gary. We always thought he was very nice. He went to Newbury for his maiden. He was very green. He was just left by himself, but William loved him. And then obviously went to the Champagne next time, and he was a little bit babyish. We had in our head that he could be a racing post trophy horse, and that's why we went to go down Doncaster, even though we knew 7 might be tight enough for him, but still ran a lovely race. So he's back here to 7 today. First time Ryan rode him, he loved him. So it could be a racing post horse. He could be a horse for France. Lovely big horse. Ryan said he felt like a kind of French Derby type horse for next year, you know, so he's obviously a classy horse.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.